just, they just got on the glass and crucial part of the second half there, and offensive rebounded and attacked us off the bounce, and they controlled the game from a physicality standpoint, and then free throw shooting was a difference in the game.
We'll start with questions for players.
That's good. Can you guys, just both of you, address what happened in the second half? I mean, you're up by 8 points at halftime, and then they make that 10-0 run.
People weren't guarding. People just kept fouling, letting guys drop by them, get to the cup, and they stayed in the game, even in the first half, by free throws. And that killed us. Players that we needed on the court had to go to the bench because they were in foul trouble.
Yeah, in the second half, they really just out-physical us, really. On the glass, we didn't really defensive rebounds as we needed to. And like Hassani said, the fouls got us bad.
Was the crowd a factor at all for you guys? Obviously, this is supposed to be a neutral site game, 60 miles from their campus.
No, I'm not worried about that.
Any other questions for players?
End of the first half, you guys were clicking pretty well. What was working well for you as you took the lead at the end of the first half?
We were playing harder. We were playing more physical. We were playing tougher. All the things that we didn't do in the second half, we were doing in the first half. So,
getting on the glass, sharing the ball. In the second half, people weren't. I don't know how many assists we had in the second half, but we just weren't sharing the ball the way we were in the first half, and that killed us.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, were there any specific adjustments that Providence made that you guys weren't able to respond to in the second half, or was it basically shooting?
Yeah, they just came out the second half and they just put their head down and drove the ball. That's what they did. They didn't run any fancy offense. They just spaced us and drove us, and the guys guarding the ball didn't do a very good job. But then they just beat us. There was a segment there where they beat us on the offensive glass. They started getting offensive rebounds. We came down during that same time period of the second half. We got in foul trouble. And then we had some empty possessions right when they were making a run. It's when the other team's making a run, you got to make shots or you got to shoot free throws, and we did neither in that segment of the game. It was pretty good to the last, 4 or 5 minute mark, and then they kind of popped it to 8, 9, whatever it was. We just we just didn't play well. We didn't shoot free throws. We're a team that shoots free throws. When we shoot free throws, that means we're playing well on offense. We didn't shoot free throws today.
Obviously, tomorrow, back-to-back games, coming off a disappointment. What are you looking for from your team coming off a loss like this the very next day?
Yeah, growth. That's at the end of the day. That's why you play in these events. That's why you line up and you play Providence, so even though we're just across the state line. It's you got to challenge your team to force them to grow. At the end of we're privileged that we get to play in a league like the SEC, just like Providence being in the Big East. Those are elite basketball conferences, and it's our jobs as coaches, our duties to prepare our teams to play in conference play. And we're obviously not going to be happy with the result today, but what are we going to do? Dwell on it? We got to line up and play tomorrow. We got another opportunity, and so at this time of year, I'm always looking for growth, especially with a team that has so many new parts, and we got to keep growing.
Frank, over here to your left. Can you speak to the versatility of Diallo and what a weapon he was there in the second half? Just kind of takes pressure off everybody.
Yeah, I recruited him pretty hard. I know Alpha, and he's a good player. He's a good player. He's a guy that he's at the end of the day, the bottom line, the difference in the game today, their real good player played real good. Our real good player spent the whole game sitting next to me on the bench. That's the difference of the game. It's play because their team and our team is very similar. They've got 3 or 4 returning guys that played in the NCAA tournament that got experience, and then they've got some young guys that they're trying to figure out how they fit on their team, and their dynamic young players are going to be real good. So our teams are actually very similar. But Alpha, he guards. He's a hard. They're hard to score on as they figure it out because their three guards are all 6'6" and 6'7". So that reminds me of our team that went to the Final Four. Our guards were all 6'6" and 6'7". It makes it hard to attack them. But we got some opportunities. We just didn't make them. And like I said earlier, we got to shoot free throws somehow, some way. We got to get to the line.